All right, we're back with lesson 17 in songwriting basics. Last week we started unit 11 in composition in chord theory, and we started working on a chorus. So now you have a chorus that is ready to have some verses written to it. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, is writing your verses and whether you want to use the same chord progression for your verse as your chorus, or if you would like to alter that a little bit and make your verses stand out a little bit more by making it different. It will depend on a couple of things. What do you want to say with your verses? How do you want to say it? A lot of times your chorus will be up here, emotionally, and your verses will kind of be down here emotionally, and it brings up to the chorus. Okay, so that's kind of probably where we'll start, but it's really going to depend on your song and how you want it to feel. So be thinking about that, how you want the emotions of the song to build and raise into the chorus. And then, thinking ahead to next week, your bridge, because your bridge is a huge part of the song, especially worship songs. It's a kind of a second chorus. A bridge is also known as a second chorus. It could be a third verse. I can think of several songs that have that, so I'll talk more about that next week. But okay, so for verses. So once you have your chorus and you're looking at it and reading through it, you kind of want to keep the same type of format as far as poetical format. So what I mean by that is, if your poem is ABAB in your chorus, you probably kind of want to keep it similar or make it complement that. So you could do like an AABB, AABB. You may not want to throw a C in a verse if you don't have one in a chorus, okay? And if you don't understand what that means, that's totally fine. We'll go over that in person. But think about some words that tie to your chorus. And specifically, I want you to think about 4 descriptive words, okay? 4 adjectives, and 4 actions, or 4 verbs, all right? And that is going to be the basis of our verses. Yeah, I think 4 should be enough, 2 for each. Okay, so 2 action words and then 2 descriptive words, because once you have those, everything else will start flowing. And once you have those those integral pieces, that will help you to fill in the poetry, because poetry is very syncopated, and you can say whatever you want to with as few words as you want to, but you need descriptive words. You need words that are going to say what you want them to say. So that's the words we're going to start building here. So I want you to write, I'm going to say it again, write 4 descriptive words and 4 action words that relate to the theme of your chorus. Your theme is going to be your hook, the thing that pulls people in and makes them want to be a part of this song and sing it to God, okay? So, for example, let me just go to a song here. All right, so the chorus for Revelation song, the song Revelation song that we did a couple weeks ago. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. I'm reading it as though it's a poem. With all creation I sing, praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Okay? The hook of that is, I will adore you. You are my everything, I will adore you. That is what this song is about. It's written from the book of Revelation. The reason it's called Revelation song is because it's a vision that John had. So this chorus was written with that in mind. Okay? Around that, we have verses that have words that are descriptive and active, okay? So the first verse, worthy, and then the noun is lamb, okay? I didn't really talk about nouns, but we'll figure that out. Sits on the mercy seat, so there's your action word there. Slain and sits are the two action words in that verse. Worthy and holy, those are your descriptive words. Okay, so those fit well with the chorus. All of those words fit well with the chorus because it's all about being in adoration of him. So going to verse 2, rainbows, clothed in rainbows of living color, so that's very descriptive. Color. Lightning and thunder, those are very descriptive words. Flashes, like that's your action, flashes of lightning and thunder. And then blessing, honor, strength, glory, those are descriptive words, okay, or adjectives. So you can see how those fit well with the chorus as well. And then there's a third verse on this one instead of a bridge. But so I'm not going to really tie that one in this time, but I feel like you'll probably kind of get the idea there. Let me give another example. Find another song here. Nope, that's not a good idea. Graves in the Gardens. Okay, so how about Our God? There's some simple verses to Our God, and it's a relatively simple chorus as well. So the chorus is, our God is greater, our God is stronger, God, you're higher than any other, our God is healer, awesome in power, our God, our God. Our God is the hook. Like that's, you're greater, you're stronger, you're higher, awesome in power. That's the hook of the song. That's the part everybody wants to sing again and again, okay? What makes you greater? What makes you stronger? So that's where your verses come in. So here we go. Turned into wine, there's an action. Open the eyes of the blind, that's an action. Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. Okay, so those are some examples of that. There's really not a lot of adjectives there. With the eyes of the blind. Okay, blind is an adjective. Out of the ashes rise. So maybe that's a bad example, but you at least get the actions. You know, it doesn't have to have the descriptive words if it has descriptive actions. So those, like verse 1 is 2 lines in Our God. Water you turned into wine, open the eyes of the blind, there's no one like you, no one like you. And, you know, sometimes you'll see that in verses where a line repeats because it's reiterating the point that there's no one like him. And, you know, we're in the chorus, we're saying our God's greater, he's stronger, he's higher than any other, and he's awesome in power, our God. And then you're saying, there's no one like you. You turn water into wine. You open the eyes of the blind. That's what the verse is saying, okay? That's that one verse. And then the second verse is, into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. There's no one like you. Okay? So that's the kind of things we're looking for in a verse. Stuff that tie into the chorus and make it cohesive and make it make sense. So hopefully that helps you come up with some terms, some phrases that we can then turn into verses in our in-person. So let's talk about bridges next week, or a third verse.